Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Alex Fisher. And a man was sentenced this morning to 3 years in prison following a standoff with Bakersfield police last summer. What started with an armed home invasion and carjacking back in August turned into an 8-hour SWAT standoff at a home on Glacier Canyon Court in southwest Bakersfield. Last month, Johnny Edwards Matthews pleaded no contest to second-degree robbery. In exchange, 2 other felonies were dismissed. We have more details about this case on our website, KGET.com. The city of McFarland is getting ready to say goodbye to its police chief. After more than 3 years at the helm of the McFarland Police Department, Chief Scott Kimball is headed to the other side of the county. He's going to be the new Arvin police chief. Kimball will replace Jerry Breckenridge, who became the Arvin city manager. And later today, the city of McFarland is hosting a farewell celebration to honor and thank Kimball. It's happening from 5:30 to 7 o'clock tonight at the McFarland Veterans Community Center. A popular event at the Kern County Fair is not happening this year. The Kern County Fair is canceling the poultry show and live poultry exhibits. It's because of an outbreak of the contagious and deadly virulent Newcastle disease affecting poultry populations around the state. In very rare cases, people working with sick birds can become infected with mild symptoms like pink eye. So the state veterinarian and State Department of Food and Agriculture recommended California fairs cancel all live poultry events. The Kern County Fair says all other livestock exhibits and shows are still on. The fair runs September 18th through the 29th. State lawmakers are one step closer to offering some relief to homeless community college students. A bill that would allow students to sleep in their cars in campus parking lots passed out of the Assembly Higher Education Committee yesterday. It's now headed for a vote in the Appropriations Committee. Lawmakers say a recent report found that of nearly 40,000 community college students surveyed statewide, 19% reported being homeless in the previous year.
AB 302 is not a solution to the homelessness crisis. Building more housing is. But that will take years. And in the meantime, there are hundreds of thousands of community college students experiencing homelessness right now.
Lawmakers say the harsh reality of homelessness takes a toll on students mentally and impacts their academic success. The local law firm Chain Cone Styles is donating a big chunk of change to the Bakersfield Homeless Center. Representatives from the firm gave the center a $10,000 check this morning. The firm says the money will primarily go toward the homeless center's job skills training program. The program aims to get people off the streets by helping them gain real-world skills to find long-term jobs. The donation also falls on the 85th anniversary for Chain Cone Styles, which was operated out of several downtown locations throughout its history. Well, a film that premiered before a sold-out crowd at the Fox Theater is coming back for an encore. We're talking about Oildale. It's a movie entirely shot in Bakersfield. It's the story of a group of homeless combat veterans who cross paths with the teenage girl and her little brother who've fallen on hard times. The encore is set for 1 p.m. on Saturday, April later this month at the Fox. Tickets are $10, and once again, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Wounded Heroes Fund and the Fox Theater Foundation. Some local high school seniors got an early graduation gift. Every year, the Kappa Omega Omega chapter of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority celebrates the achievements of African American students. Last night at the 40th African American graduation, the organization handed out more than $20,000 in scholarship money to several graduating seniors. 8th grade students were also presented with certificates of recognition.
It's our way of saying thank you for the hard work you did in your academics. We want to show that the community supports you, and we will do whatever it takes to help you in your future endeavors.
Organizers say 7 of the seniors have a GPA above a 4.0, and 300 8th graders made honor roll. Congratulations to them. Well, cookie season has come and gone, but the lessons learned are sticking with Girl Scouts. Check out these top cookie sellers. Kylie L. from Kern County Troop 2947 sold 3,046 boxes. She was the second top seller for the entire Central California South Council. Carolyn J. in Troop 2581, Tess H. in Troop 3670, Emma S. in Troop 8026, Isabella L. in Troop 2796, and Kimberly R. in Troop 8026 were all on the top 10 sellers for the council. Girl Scout says the annual fundraiser is about more than delicious cookies. It's about helping girls develop 5 essential skills: goal setting, decision making, and money management, and people skills, as well as business ethics. Proceeds stay local and help fund educational and enriching experiences for those girls. Welcome back. California just got out of an epic drought, but seismologists say a new one is here. They're calling it an earthquake drought. It's been years since a major earthquake has happened in the state, specifically the Bay Area. Cornell Bernard has more.
Bottled water and the big bottled water. So that's for us and for neighbor.
Berkeley florist Jean Lee is as ready as she can be for an earthquake. She wonders when the next big one could hit. Seismologists do too. Some believe California is in the midst of an earthquake drought. It's been almost 5 years since the Napa quake. That's the last shaker that was magnitude 6 or stronger. Experts know this so-called drought will end with destructive results.
There's no earthquakes in this record.
Dr. Angela Chung says the UC Berkeley seismograph has been very quiet with little quake activity.
So sometimes there can be stress buildup along a fault.
Experts say the Bay Area has been particularly quiet. Since the great earthquake of 1906 destroyed much of San Francisco, there have been only 3 quakes magnitude 6 or higher, including Loma Prieta in 1989. But in the 1800s, there were 14 big quakes. The Hayward Fault, which runs through most of the East Bay, concerns Dr. Chung. One reason why she helped develop an alert system which sends warnings to your cell phone. It was tested in Oakland last week.
So we can't predict earthquakes, but what we can do is to tell you that an earthquake has started and that you're about to feel shaking.
I have my house bolted down.
You do? It's retrofitted?
Yes.
For me, it's kind of been a steady rush of work. We can't keep up.
Berkeley structural engineer Thor Madison is seeing a 6-month backlog of people waiting to seismically retrofit their houses. He says he's developed a new method of seismically upgrading homes and apartments using braces like these.
What we're looking for is being able to keep you in your home after the earthquake so that you're not chased out to a tent city.
Now, to be clear, it's even been longer for Southern California. The region's last felt a large earthquake on Easter Sunday in 2010. All right, here's a story I like. Owning a 4-legged friend may be good for your health later in life. Michigan researchers surveyed over 2,000 adults between ages 50 and 80, and more than half were pet owners. The majority said their furry friends reduced stress, gave them a sense of purpose, and helped them stay physically active. The biggest reasons people gave for not owning a pet included not wanting to be tied down or just didn't have the time. And for those who are just unable to own a pet even though they want to, experts suggest volunteering at a local animal shelter. High cholesterol isn't a problem reserved for just adults. Doctors say children as young as 5 years old can develop cholesterol problems. Bianca Castro has more.
No, I said kick it.
And he's a very active kid.
Arnav Rana is a busy 9-year-old kid who can spend hours playing outside. That's why it came as a shock to his mother when doctors told her Arnav's cholesterol levels were so high he needed medication.
I didn't see that coming at all. I knew my husband had high cholesterol, but as a mother, you don't expect that.
Sangeeta says for years they've made a conscious effort to eat healthy and stay active because Arnav's father also has high cholesterol. He had his first heart attack when he was 33.
Looking at his BMI and everything, it was never a concern for him. He didn't get it checked. He got it checked when his mom had a heart attack, and he was 28, and a few years later my husband got a heart attack.
She says they mentioned their family history of high cholesterol to Arnav's pediatrician, who told us genetics is the main reason children as young as Arnav have high cholesterol. Doctors can screen kids as young as 5, but say parent participation is key. Sangeeta agrees.
Be aware of your genetics. If there is anything that you think is running in your family, let your doctor know about that.
And now the disease hiding in his body is no longer a secret as he continues on the path of good food and staying active, key to heart health at any age.
That was Bianca Castro reporting. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends all children between 9 and 11 years old get screened for high blood cholesterol levels due to the growing epidemic of obesity in children. In addition, the AAP recommends cholesterol testing for the following groups of children: Those whose parents or grandparents have had heart attacks or strokes, and those whose parents or grandparents have total blood cholesterol levels of 240 or higher.